This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. But y'all knew that already. Happy hump day, y'all. Listen, the days are going by fast. It's already fall. We're feeling it in the air. And prayers out to those that are in the path of Ian, okay? Because this is a very serious storm. But we'll talk more about that in a little while. But in the meantime, between time, let me give y'all the vibes for this morning. All right, come on in, come on in. Coffee with Friends. Yes. In the meantime, it's going to be a what? But they're gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, you grow hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood. Come on in. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up. Come on in, y'all. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 What? Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey. I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. What? Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. So flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes damage. Come on, y'all. Get this message. What? I live my life in my head like a narration. I don't expect greatness, do my best, but I'll take it. Hey, today's gonna be a hey. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good what, day. Y'all? Wake up. Good morning. Good morning, Fancy K. Good morning. Good morning, Pat. Come on in. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. All right, wake up. Today's gonna be a good day, right? I say that every day. And I believe that, even on my bad days, I have good moments. Even on my bad days, I have good moments. All right. And I appreciate those moments. I do. And you know what? When I sit down and I think about the things that's going on in my life today, I go, is it really that bad? It's hard, but is it that bad? That's how I start to think about things now. Because things could be worse. Right? Prayers to all those that are in the path of Hurricane Ian. Wow, Ian. You fucked up Cuba, unfortunately. Prayers for those people. Hopefully, they're going to get the resources and things that they need to recover. And now this hurricane is on its way. It should be in the Key West by now, right? So prayers to all those that's in the path of this storm. It's so crazy because I've been tracking the storm, watching the Weather Channel and tracking the storm. And the weather, I understand why the weather people are out there and the news people are out there. I understand that, right? But I see these people out there riding their bikes through the floods, hanging out at the beach, watching the waves, on the beach and just hanging out. And I'm saying, I see people with bags like they're coming from the store and they're going into their homes or whatever the case may be. And I'm thinking to myself, the storm is coming to Key West, right?
And they're talking about 140-mile winds. Why are you riding your bike around the floods and why are you hanging out at the beach sightseeing in the middle of a hurricane, right? And then when the hurricane hits them and these people get caught up in that, then it's, oh my God, so sorry for these people. They had 2, 3 days to get the fuck up out of there. Listen, when Storm Sandy, wasn't that what we had? Storm Sandy came running through here. I took that shit for a joke initially. But baby, that storm has showed me do not take these storms lightly. Okay? Hurricane Ian is not only a hurricane that's coming, but because of the intensity of the winds and the length of the winds, meaning the time frame that it's windy. That's the most dangerous, the winds. It's not the rain, it's the wind. Good morning, Glamour 47. Good morning. Um so I'm just here to say, listen, if you have any family or friends that's in the path of Ian, please check in on them. All right. I've checked in on a few of mine. Thank God that my mom is here because she lives in Tampa, right? She lives in St. Petersburg, which is inland, and her zone is one of the last zones to get evacuated. But if she would have had to get evacuated, then she would have had to go to a shelter, and I would have been all stressed the fuck out. Okay. And so thank God she is here. She's supposed to fly back home next Tuesday. Depending on what the flights are looking like and what Florida is looking like, her flight might get delayed. It might not, but it's better that she's here than there. All right. And so, again, check in on your family members and people. For those that have enough time to get the hell up out of the direct path of the eye, please do so. All right. Because then we got to hear on the news how people lost family members that were sitting up there, lolly the fuck gagging as the storm was coming. Pat said those same people put the first responders in danger. Exactly. And these are the people, hey, ooh, good morning. These are the people that put the first responders in danger. They tell you to evacuate. They give you advance notice. And it just amazes me. I guarantee you, if you turn the Weather Channel on this morning, you will see what I saw. You will see people riding their bicycles around, standing around at the beach, lollygagging as if it's another day in the park. This is in Key West, the direct path of the eye. I'm just saying, the fuck. Hey, Johnny Leon Hill, good morning. Hey, Shirley, good morning. I mean, I don't know, y'all. So, y'all remember, because I support I support, black businesses, small businesses. You know what I'm saying? I support us. And so, remember, I said I went to a sipping shop on Sunday. So, I loved all my purchases, everything I got. I got the henna from there, right? But not only did I get the henna from there, I got these cute little earrings from there, not the hoops, because the hoops are mine, because I always wear those. But aren't these cute? They say dope. I don't know if you can see it, but they say, oh, you can see it on this one. Oh, here it is. Dope. Isn't that cute? I have two holes in my ear, but my mother just asked me, Robin, is your second hole still open? And I say, yes. This morning I went to put my earrings in my second hole. This hole is still open. This hole is only half open. And so I don't care. I never wear anything in them anyway. But I wanted to show y'all these dope earrings. And the reason why I don't only have these on is because I'm such a hoop wearer. I love to have big hoops. Not only did I get that, I got this from her this year's Sip and Shop. Last year, I got this bar bangle from the same vendor. Oh, I got to make sure I show IG. Dope. The dope earrings, right? And this is this I got this year in the Sip and Shop. This I got last year. This is a bar bracelet from this vendor, okay? This bracelet has not her stuff is stainless steel and dipped, right? So it don't turn. right? It don't turn. I changed my jewelry too much to have real 14 karat gold all over the place. But this is the vendor, y'all. Blush Velvet Boutique. She is on IG, okay? Blush Velvet Boutique. If you are not following her and you want some cute little jewelry, I shop with her every time she pops up at a sipping shop or wherever. And she's located in Brooklyn. All right. On IG, she is at Shop Blush Velvet. I love it. Okay. So if you want to support a sister, there she is, Blush Velvet, Blush Velvet. And her IG is Shop Blush Velvet on IG, right? I love to support us. So these are just two of the one thing that I got this year, the one thing I got last year, but I have a bunch of other stuff that I have from her. Right? I bought these nice earrings. You'll see them eventually. And each time I wear somebody's stuff that I support, I'm going to call out their business, right? Because this is what we say, how we support each other. Guess what? And that didn't cost me additional money. I bought what I liked, right? And I'm supporting her business by shouting out her business. She didn't ask me to, right? She's not paying me to. This is the free support that we can give each other, right? Johnny Leon Hill said, I just saw on the news windsurfing playing on the beach. Yeah, see, Johnny, I told you this is what I said to my mother, why are these motherfuckers on the beach? Why are they hanging out like the fucking storm is not coming? He said they need to get gone. These be the same people washing up on shore or not found at all. Exactly. And then we'll be hearing about these motherfuckers on the news for weeks to come. And I'm like, why am I crying for these motherfuckers when they had 2 days to get up out of their homes? Now, I'm not I'm not making this small. By no means, right? Because this really has me thinking, right? When my mother said she would have to go to a shelter, I was like, oh my God, no. I don't want that. And so a lot of people probably don't have places to go and they don't want to go to the shelter. But you know what? If I did not want to go to the shelter and I wanted to take a chance and stay the fuck in my house, then I would be the fuck in my house, not at the beach where the water is rising. You Zen said, are they white? Yes, they are white. I was trying not to say that, but I was trying not to say that shit, Zen. I really, really was. I was trying not to say that, but the motherfuckers was white. And I was like, first of all, we're talking about Key West then. So you know the fucking motherfuckers was white. Only time you gonna see black folks there is if they on vacation and they happen to pick Key fucking West. Even though I have never been to Key West, but I want to go to Key West. I hope they treat me kind when I come to Key West. You know what I'm saying? I do. Hey, Interior Rue. Hey, Madison. Good morning. I love that, Roy. I know she will appreciate the support as well. I hope so. Listen, I support her business because I love her. I love her products. I do. Right. And so I wanted to share. Okay. And so I can't express. I know, Zen. That's why I never went to Key West. It's very expensive. Every time I look up a hotel, I can't afford it. But I do want to have the experience. Fuck. But then again, why does everything that's expensive attract us? That's another topic because Sai Abdullah posted a video that was deep in content, and I'm just not ready to discuss it because I gotta really get into my deep soul to discuss that one. But we're gonna discuss that. Why are expensive things attractive to us? That's another story. Okay. But anyway, get the fuck off the beach, okay? I'm just saying. And Zen, I didn't want to say only white folks do shit like this because I thought only white folks were cannibals. I did. I thought only white folks did the Jeffrey Dahmer shit until the girl in Brooklyn showed up chopped up in the suitcase. So I don't we liable to do any of the fuck thing. But in this case, what I saw, they were white. Okay. Hey, Naomi's like, good morning, good morning. Um, Johnny said, I love Key West, one of my favorite vacation spots. Okay, Johnny, I have never been. Zen said, I do love to go hang out at the Mallory Square for Sunset Festival with some cocktails and nibbly things. Okay. You know what, Zen? Zen said, listen, most white folks are dumb. Listen, he he could say that. Listen, he's in the population, y'all. I mean, so you can't. It's like the black person saying nigga, kind of. I guess I don't the fuck know. He said most white people are dumb. I'm not gonna argue, but wait, y'all. Before we get into the topic, he said they do dumb ass shit. Now that I'm gonna agree with. I do agree. I do agree. I'm not. I'm not. You not lying though, Zen. Ain't no Pinocchio noses growing out over here. The fuck. All right, y'all. The topic today is I'm going to frame out the topic and then I'm going to go back to something that we talked about in the past real quick because, I had a little chuckle with myself this morning. I want to share that little ha ha moment, okay? But the topic today is, yesterday we talked about if you cheat on your significant other, do you really love your significant other? And we separate, can you separate that? And we deep dived into that and it was a great discussion. Today I wanted to talk about people that mess around with married folk, right? Specifically, not the person who had an affair once with a married person. I'm not talking about that, right? I'm talking about people that, make it their thing to have affairs with married people, right? Do you think those people or people that are in relationships, right? They chase people that are in relationships. Do you think those people are avoiding their own commitments? I'm just asking, right? So that is the question out there. I knew a couple of people that, used to brag about like dating people that are in relationships, and I used to be like, why would you do that? Is it because one reason I thought one particular person was in a relationship themselves, and so I said, do you mess with people that are in relationships because you're in a relationship and you feel it's safe because y'all both have something to lose? Oh, that's one reason that I thought of, right? I don't know if that's true, right? And then the person that's not in a relationship that messes with people specifically that are in relationships, are they avoiding having their own level of commitment, right? It's just a question. And I want y'all to think about that, right? As let that marinate, chime in on it. I'm going to throw the guest link up there for anybody that wants to jump in and talk about any fucking thing. Because today is what? Question and opinion day. And that was my effing question. All right. Y'all thought I forgot? Today is hump day, y'all. Today is question and opinion day. And I submitted my question. Anybody else can ask a question. I threw the guest link up there. You guys can jump on. Today is hump day, right? Don't get me confused, all right? Anybody can jump on a video on IG. If you have a question you want to ask, this is the day to do it. Any question, no question is stupid. All right. And you got to accept our answers, no matter how silly they sound, no matter how sarcastic they sound. But the one thing we do is we respect each other. Today is question and opinion day. And I threw out my first question. Do you think people that chase people in relationships have commitment issues? That's my. Let me go back to something else as y'all are chiming in on that, right? I want to say this. Remember, we had a topic a while back because this is why I gave myself a chuckle, right? We had a topic a while back that said when you break up from your ex, right? Do you throw out all the shit that your ex gave you, right? And some people say, yeah, I throw everything out. I think Kiss the Boys was one that said, I throw everything out. I throw everything the fuck away. Right. And I was like, I don't throw shit away. The fuck you gave it to me. It's mine. The only thing I would throw away, once I got into a relationship where, we are beginning to live together or whatever, I would throw away the underwear because I love to keep my man's underwear, right? I sleep with them shits, right? And so my new man got to give me underwear to replace those shits, okay? But those are the only things I would throw out. So the reason why I gave myself a chuckle was because I went in my closet and I grabbed this robe. right? Yeah. And I said, "Oh, we just had this conversation on Coffee with Friends, some time ago, whatever. And this was given to me by my ex 15 years or so ago. This robe, I have two of these. He was on a business trip in Singapore, okay? And bought me two. I had to have robes from Singapore. And he bought me two robes from Singapore, okay? And I've had these robes 15 years. All right. So when I went to grab this robe to put this shit on, I was like, oh, I gave myself a chuckle because shit, I said I didn't throw the shit, nothing the fuck out. And here we are. Okay. And so is it weird for me to wear this robe trying to be sexy for my new man? I'm sure I did it a million times. Nobody gives a fuck. Right? Nobody cares. Nobody even asked me, where did you get that robe? Did your ex get you that robe? I just know he did. So I just wanted to share that little chuckle with y'all for all those that, feel guilty and be throwing all y'all shit out. No, I didn't throw my shit the fuck out. All right. So back to question and opinions day, aka assholes day. Assholes because opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You can submit any question that you want. That is my question because y'all don't always come here prepared. So I got to come here with my own damn question. So let's see who is brave enough to answer my question. Hey Jello, hey Soulful BBW. Um Interior said, okay, so I believe it is some truth to the married people cheat with married people because you both do have equal to lose. Everybody agree with that? You both have something equal to lose. All right. If you're coming in on IG, give me the hearts. If you're coming in on YouTube, give me the thumbs up. Yes, Georgie, thank you for reminding the folks to give the thumbs up. All right. Um, Let me go up. Pat said young black folks do train surfing on New York's subway and sometimes slip and die. That's true too. Now that you got a point, Pat. Okay. You got a fucking point. All right. Zen said, I'm sorry. I have to correct. Not most white people are dumb. Mostly it's just some of the white people in Florida. Well, that's a different, what, Zen? Those are different white people. Florida man and women, y'all. Listen, the the white people in Florida are different. They are not the ones who migrated to Florida, the ones who are born and bred and family deep history in Florida. Them are different white people. I'm sorry. It's different. It's different. Is Governor DeSantis from Florida? Is he born and bred in Florida? Because let me tell you, if he is the example of exactly what I mean when I say fucking different. I'm telling you. Question and opinion day. Johnny Leon Hill said, I believe that some people do deal with married folk to avoid a certain level of commitment. But I also believe there are people who just want what you have. You see how we take topics to a different dimension? People that just want what you have. Do they really want it? Or do they just not, like people that want what you have, right? It could be that too. It's not only, it may not only be the commitment thing. It could be that some people just want what the fuck you have, right? And so this is why it's not strange when, we had a topic on here before. And some of y'all are on here today, right? We talked about, do you let your female friends sleep over your house when you're married, right? And some of y'all on here, if y'all want to stand up and raise your hands on here and repeat yourselves, y'all are more than welcome. Some of y'all on here said y'all do not allow women to spend the night at your house with your married husband, with your husband, because you don't think it's appropriate. Okay? Some of y'all admitted that. And you know what? Before some of y'all admitted that, I never even thought about it because for me, I mean, if I would let my friends spend the night over, not thinking anything, right? But there are a population of people that are like, nah, fuck that. You are not sleeping in the same house with my husband because some people want what you have. So if you are thinking that way, right? If you are already thinking that way, what does that say about the level of trust in your relationship with if you are the person that don't want people in your significant other space because some shit could possibly happen? I'm just asking. It's question and opinions day. The fuck? It is. It is. Thank you, Johnny Leon Hill. Zen said, my friends that live there call them frosted flakes, see, in Florida, and say that the sun mixed with some of the chemicals they put in their hair bakes their brains a bit too long. you know, the Floridians, they're different. They are so different. Hey, Jello. Hey, Miss Shalonda Ray. Hey, Damaris. Hey, protagonist. Good morning. Okay, so Interior says she agrees with Johnny, right? There is some aspect of people that mess with married people, they avoid commitments, right? They might be avoiding commitments, being in a committed relationship. All right. Do you believe that people that openly go in and or consciously go in to messing with people that are in committed relationships, right? Do you think that they go in with the mindset that they are being home wreckers? Like when the wife finds out that the husband is cheating, the first thing she screams to the other woman is, "You a home wrecker. You a home wrecker." Do you really believe that they go in thinking that they're wrecking somebody's home? Do you think that's a conscious thought? I'm asking. Um Zen said Amazon 46 Triple D said, I've slept over to my girlfriend's husbands with no issues. I don't want them anyhow. You have to have some type of boundaries. True. All right. True. Geronimo Grip, good morning. Well, Geronimo Grip says it takes two to tango. So if there is no trust, I can understand why they wouldn't let them stay the night. So if there's no trust, then what's going on in your relationship? If you can't trust a friend to sleep at your house, does that mean that there's trust issues in your relationship? Or maybe it doesn't even have anything to do with the relationship. Maybe it has to do with the person themselves, some shit that they need to unpack, possibly. But again, some people want what you have, right? So we got to be cautious about that too. Hey, Brandilla, good morning. Georgie said, if I let my friend sleep over and she tries my man, or my man tries her, or they both feeling frisky, I need for that shit to happen so I can clean house accordingly. Mm, mm, mm. Has anybody had that happen? It's questioning and opinions Wednesday. Nobody on here got a question? Not one damn question? Mm. I got a question. And I put it up on my page the other day because I got to come here prepared. I put a meme up on my page the other day that said, we allow coaches, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what the meme says, but I'm going to paraphrase it for you. Why do we allow coaches to holler and scream at our children, right? While we're training them during games and shit like that. And parents don't have nothing to say about that. It's okay, it's allowed. But as soon as school teachers aggressively speak to your children, trying to get them to learn educational content, it's a problem. Can y'all explain to me why y'all are like that? Explain to me. I'm in the y'all category too because I remember when my son used to play in Pee Wees. He played in the football teams when we lived in Mount Vernon, New York, And they yelled the fuck at him. And sometime at the games, I would argue with the coach. I remember being banned from the game before. I would be the one that want to travel with them when they had the traveling games and shit like that. We allow these coaches to holler and scream at our children. But as soon as the school teachers in the classrooms get aggressive with our children to teach them to learn some educational content, the parents come up to the school and they want to fight. Why, y'all? I need answers. I need the fucking answers. What are we doing? I'm asking, right? Because I had to sit down and ask myself that question too. And I said, damn, that don't make no sense, Raw. Okay? Right? Because what am I teaching my child? What message am I passing on to my child? And am I putting subconsciously putting the importance of his sports activities over educational content by allowing him to be pushed harder in his sports activities over his educational content? What message are we sending? Why are we like that? It's a question. I need help. Who going to answer that? All right? Who going to try to answer that? I mean, because I don't know if any of us have the answer, but I want to hear what various perspectives you have on that. Interior said, I just don't know what to say about this day and age. Intentionally messing around with someone married, you have to know that you are contributing to wrecking that home. Consciously? Do they? Because I swear, motherfuckers act like they shocked when you look at them and be like, you a home wrecker. They be like, what? How did I wreck your home? But really, the side piece didn't wreck your home. Your husband wrecked your home, right? A side piece can't come in and wreck your home. They can't. They can't even be a side piece unless the woman is opening up to having a side piece man, or the husband is opening up to have a side piece woman. You can't be a side piece unless the person is opening up to give you that title. So why do we call the side piece the home wrecker? They're not the home wrecker. The home wrecker is the one that opened the door. Right? That's my asshole contribution. That's my opinion, right? Because a million people, see, that's why I don't worry about infidelities in my relationships. I used to when I was younger, but I don't worry anymore because I'm looking at my man and I'm going, okay, you got me. All right. I don't care how many women throw pussy at you. I don't care how many women you look at and say their ass is sexy. I don't care how many women jump in your DMs and say whatever the fuck they want to say to you. Do you have me? And that's how I sleep at night, because I say to myself, the day he cheat on me, it's not the other person's problem. It's a problem where he did the shit. She's not the home wrecker. She contributed to the shit, but he wrecked the home, right? I've been saying that for a long time. Okay. I let my friends sleep over, right? Now I've had that situation where someone in the circle dipped in the shits. Y'all know that story. I told that story a million times. Someone in the circle dipped in the shits. And I still let my friends spend a night because unfortunately learn lessons. I'm a project manager by profession. And I taken a lot of learned lessons. And the one thing that I didn't get to do the last time, I'm gonna execute on this time. Okay, I didn't get to execute on what I really needed to do the last time because folks stopped me. But this time, if it ever happened again, I'm executing. I'm just saying the fuck. Okay, but I've had that situation where someone crossed their boundaries because they wanted what I had, right? But it's not. It wasn't. I was gonna cut her. Only reason why I was gonna cut her was because she knew me and she was eating at my table. But if I didn't know her, I would have no beef with her. Okay. She was only going to get cut because she knew me. But he was the home wrecker. Okay. Georgie said the side piece goes in thinking whatever the person in the relationship tells them. Do y'all be believing these people though? You know, this is the thing that I don't get. And y'all can't. I don't want to hear nobody say that they don't believe them, because I have spoken to so many people that have had affairs with married people that believed the shit that come out of these motherfuckers' mouths. I be like, what? This man is calculated. He is every day that he sneaks out, or whenever he sneaks out to see you and y'all smash and y'all do whatever the fuck you doing, guess what? He's lying to his wife. Right? Y'all don't some people don't think about that. He is lying to his wife. I didn't think about it, but I didn't care because I didn't want the man for a full-time man. Right? That wasn't my man. But when women go into relationships and they want that man for their man, and they be wanting these men to leave their wives and shit like that, think about it. Every time they meet up with you, every time they're texting you, every time they call you, right? They are lying to their wives, right? But you think the shit that they tell you is the truth. I'm just calling this out. It's just, it's like I just been thrown an empty coloring book, and all of a sudden the fucking colors are just splashing on the page and I'm seeing it. Right? Because I never thought about it like that before. I just now thought about it. I'm like, wait, what? This motherfucker is lying to his wife on a regular basis to see you as the side piece, or the woman is lying to her husband on a regular basis to see you as a side piece, and you believe the shit that they tell you? Make it make sense. Geronimo Grip said, I work in the school system, and it's funny how when I call for help with their child behavior, they never come. But when their child call about we react to their disrespectful child behavior, they haul ass to the school. And that's but this is why I'm asking the fucking question. Why are we like this? I'm in the we. Why are we like this? Why do we allow coaches of basketball teams, soccer teams, football teams, whatever the fuck team, swim team, yell at our kids? And as they get older, like high school, they even start cussing at the motherfuckers. Okay? All right? But they yelling at these kids from the pee-wees all the way up into the NFL. You're getting screamed at. But you will not allow a teacher in an elementary school, a professor in a college, yell at your ass. I bet you your ass won't. Why? What is the difference? I need somebody on here to explain to me what we think the difference is. And then I need somebody to try to explain to me, what message do we think we are sending to our children when we allow that? What are we putting more importance on, pushing their progress on sports than educational content? I'm the fuck asking. It's question and opinion day, aka asshole. Okay. So Blessed said, off topic. Nothing is off topic. Today is question and opinion day, and you can ask anything. So Blessed said, off topic. Your mom is not going back home this week. I heard on the news this morning a hurricane could be hitting her area. Right. She's going home next week, supposedly, allegedly. Her ticket is scheduled for Tuesday, but we don't know. Right? So we don't know what's going to happen, but next week, not this week. If it was this week, definitely she would not be going. I'm really glad that she's here. Interior Ruse said, it's a respect thing for me. I can't knowingly know you are married and proceed to having a relationship with you. That's disrespectful to the wife, regardless of what y'all have going on at home. See, there go your that's your moral compass, and that's good. Also, as a result, I am contributing to the downfall of your marriage. True. That is conscious thinking with a moral concept, a moral compass. All right. Jello said, if you cheat, cheat only with married. Single folk are dangerous. Look at Fatal Attraction. See, look at what Jello said. If you cheat and you're married and you're in a relationship, right? I'm guessing even better, right? Cheat with only married people, because look what happened on Fatal Attraction, right? You're gonna have rabbits and shit boiling in your kitchen. The fuck? Okay. Mm. Johnny said, I think some people who mess with a married person don't think they are homewreckers because they might just want companionship and not a relationship. They don't want them full time, right? I agree with that. And that's why I asked the question, do they consciously think they are homewreckers? Some of them don't. Some of them are just there for their own companionship. They're not even thinking beyond that. That's why some of them be looking stupid when you be like, you slept with my man, you home wrecking. They be like, what? You know, y'all see it on the show Cheaters. When them motherfuckers get busted, everybody act like shocked. Like, why are y'all shocked? Interior Rue said, dang, Roy, that's such a good observation. I have never looked at it like that because these coaches be wilding out and parents say nothing, but the teachers don't get the courtesy. So how can we do better? Right? This is why teachers don't want to fucking teach. It is. This is why teachers be like, no, I don't want to. And then teachers only want to teach at certain schools because you know why? I listen, I'm in the right? We be the first parents to run up to the school and tell a teacher we gonna bust their ass for saying some shit to our kid. But we'll sit up in them fucking pews or them benches or shit in a baseball field and watch these coaches scream the fuck out of our kids and never say a word. And on top of that, we on the sideline screaming with the coach at our kids. We join forces with the coaches screaming at our kids, but the educational system is different. What message are we sending? And y'all want to know why kids focus more on sports a lot of times than anything else educationally? You want to know why schools push the narrative of sports over education? It's like everything plays into that. Why do we push the narrative on sports versus education when it comes to how they treat our children? What message are we sending? I'm asking. Cause that shit had me thinking when I saw that meme posted. I was like, wait a minute. We are messed up. We need to rethink, how we are doing things, the messages that we're sending, right? I feel sorry for these teachers these days. Pat said, I guess sports can be an outlet for aggression, but it is absolutely difficult to learn educationally with someone yelling and screaming at you. But not constantly yelling and screaming at you in the class. But if you do something wrong or if you're not doing something properly, right, and a teacher yells at you, not even yells, right? We don't even have to say yell, says something aggressive to you, okay? Why do parents get upset? Okay. And we say it's difficult for us to learn educational content with people screaming and yelling at us, but it's easy for us to learn football, baseball, soccer, cricket with people yelling and screaming at us. It's more than just standing on the field throwing a ball. You got to take in plays. You got to study content. You got to do a lot of shit. It's more than that. You got to have physical your workout routines, right? You got a lot of shit behind sports other than being on the field throwing a ball around. So are we saying you can learn better being yelled at in sports, but the same can't happen in an educational setting? I'm not promoting yelling and screaming at the kids in school. I'm just saying the teachers get a bad rap. That's all I'm saying. And when I read that meme, I was like, damn, the teachers don't get no play. No play. Like Geronimo said, as soon as you respond to some of these disrespectful ass kids in school in an aggressive way, okay, because some of these kids are rude as fuck. Right. And when you respond to these kids the same way they talking to you, the parents want to come up to the school and beef with you, right? And threaten you with lawsuits and pulling the kids out of the school and et cetera, et cetera. But coaches could do it every day, all day. What are we doing? I do agree that sport is an outlet, though. What are we doing? What message are we sending? Hey, Frank, good morning. What message are we sending? Georgie said, we let coaches yell at the kids because some people think their kids are going to grow up to make millions playing a sport. Oh, so we yell at kids playing sports because we think they're going to grow up making millions. But we don't, but we get an attitude when our school teachers and professors aggressively speak to your children in response to some of these disrespectful ass kids, okay? Trying to teach them educational content that can also make them millions. What's the difference? Right? Sports is not the only thing that can make millions, okay? Some of these coaches that are making millions, they have degrees, okay? They have degrees, right? There's an educational content in there, right? Listen to what we're saying. Parents yell at the kids. Parents allow coaches to yell at the kids in sports because they think their kids are going to make millions. But in the educational system, when these disrespectful ass kids speak to these teachers disrespectfully, and these parents and these teachers respond back, the parents want to fight. Make it make fucking sense. Georgie said the difference is much quicker. Success will come from sports than smarts. So I'm going to keep elaborating on this shit. I love it because y'all are tapping into my. I want to elaborate on that. The difference is much quicker. Success will come from sports than smarts. The first half of your statement, the difference is much quicker. This took me to another place, right? In the urban communities, right? Right? The difference is much quicker. Look what Georgie said. The difference is much quicker. Success will come from sports than smarts. This reminds me of something my brother said to me, and something I think a lot of people say in the urban community when he went to sell drugs, right? And I was like, no, you need to go to work. You need to, he was like, no, I cannot start from minimum wage. This is quicker. Selling these drugs right now is quicker for me to get what I need over working and starting minimum wage and working my way up, right? Right? But sometimes quicker is not better because selling drugs got him in jail. And sometimes quicker in sports is not good either because sometimes their first year they take in an injury and then they don't have the education to fall back on. And then they fucking broke. Right? What message are we sending our children? I'm just saying, I'm here to play devil's advocate. It's question and opinions day, AKA assholes, because we all have them. All right. Protagonist says the difference is public school is 70% white female. The sports coaches is mostly men. I think this is a gender discussion. Okay. Protagonist also says when I start cheating, I'm a mess with whoever enjoys my presence. Protagonist, what did I say yesterday? You need a healing rub. Okay. I ain't prioritizing other people's feelings no more. Everyone, he's still healing. Zen said, some people that deal with married people think that's their issue to deal with. As long as I'm getting what I need, I don't care. That part. That's what you and Johnny are on the same thing. It's like the companionship thing. They're not thinking that they're home wrecking anything. They're just there for the companionship to get what they need. Okay? To get what the fuck they need. All right. Let me sip this coffee shit. Protagonist says, if I ever teach math again, it'll never be in public schools, only private. And I only care about the money, not the educational piece anymore. But the educational piece is the reason you are a mathematician. How can we say we don't care about the educational system when you are making your money based on the education you received to get you where you are in your mathematics? What are we saying? Johnny Leon Hill said, coaches don't just yell and scream when you do wrong. They do the same when you make a good play or do the right technique. Good point. So that's okay. That's how we justifying it. But I hear you. The yelling and screaming also comes from the distance on the field, y'all, right? But I'm talking, in the locker rooms when they're up close and they're talking and they're just, I'm not only talking when they're on the field. I'm talking about locker room. Like any of y'all that have kids that are in sports, right? Y'all been to locker rooms, y'all been to meetings, y'all been to all kind of things, right? Y'all seen, the conversations that happens between the coaches and the teams in the huddles and the different things like that. That's what I'm talking about. During practice, on the sidelines, right? But you would stop, you would put that boundary up if it was a teacher in a school responding. I'm not just talking about a teacher just being a wise ass just to be a wise ass. I'm talking about teachers responding to these disrespectful kids. You heard what Geronimo said. As soon as they respond to some disrespectful shit, after they call the parents and say your kids are being disrespectful, and the parents are like, fuck it, I don't care. They don't come up to the school and attend to it. Then the teachers get fed up and they respond to these disrespectful kids, and then the parents want to fight. Make it make sense to me. But great point, Johnny Leon Hill. Protagonist says we push the narrative of sports in general over education because sports are a huge distraction from creating generational wealth. Period. I love that comment. We push sports over education. And protagonist's opinion is because it distracts you from creating generational wealth. Now, some football players are smart and they create the generational wealth, right? We but we've seen some football players go in there, get injured or play for years and still come out broke. Johnny Leon Hill said also coaches get it from the parents because parents be ready to fight. Yep, I was one of them. And they banned me from a game. They did. They did. Um, wait, who said, wait, let me go up. Let me go up cause the fuck. I done missed some comments. Fast money is appealing to so many. Yes, interior rule. I'm telling you. And this is why I'm asking, what message are we sending when we have our kids in these sports programs, but and we're fighting these teachers in schools that are trying to teach our kids educational content, but yet we allow these coaches to yell and scream and say whatever the fuck they want to our kids in hopes that our kids become successful in this sport. Like, what narrative are we pushing as the parents? We know why the school is pushing it, right? But what are we pushing as the parents? Okay. Fancy K said these kids are disrespectful at Interior Rule. Roy got to be our cousin. We were just talking about the teachers finally speaking up. I'm telling you, these teachers don't want to fucking be bothered with y'all. They don't. And then we complain because the school's a ghetto. We don't have the right teachers because y'all fucking chase the good teachers away. They don't want to be bothered. They are fed up. Okay. Ooh, said, I'm ready to unwrap at protagonist. Ooh. Coffee with Friends is Friday night at 8 p.m. Interior Roost at Fancy K. Yes, these kids have lost their minds, and apparently the parents have as well, condoning their behavior, ready to go fight the teacher instead of their child. Yep. Yep. Shirley said, I agree at protagonist, and there isn't even enough pro sports in these sports for these kids to be professionals in the fields. Exactly. I'm telling you. Right? We spend years, our kids start sports 4 or 5 years old, and they are getting screamed at by coaches from 5 years old all the way up to college in hopes of what? Being a professional, and all the while, we put that above the educational content. What message are we sending? I am Jacinta said, I couldn't be a teacher. A round of applause to all of our teachers. Yes. Because, babe, when I had to homeschool for a year, I was like, fuck this shit. And there was only one kid, and he's a good kid. But the homework and the rules and the structure, I was like, I didn't pick this as my profession, right? So kudos to all the teachers out there because y'all got a lot of bullshit to deal with, okay? And y'all are not getting enough paper in your pocket to deal with the shit, right? But other professions like coaches that deal with children get a little bit more leeway than you do and a little bit more money too. So kudos to the teachers out there, right? Our teachers, staff, principals, and janitors, the good ones. Yes, I am dissenters because some of them janitors used to feel up on the kids. I just say that because isn't that how Freddy Krueger started? You know, I can't remember. He was a janitor, right? The fuck. Um, Fancy Case at an interior room. Damn, we just talked about school. Oh, because the people of it, oh, right. Talked about school not being appealing because everybody wants fast money. I love this show. And where does that come from? I remember when my brother said to me, "No, this is quicker." And I was like, "Motherfucker, go get a job." And he was like, "How do I you want me to make minimum wage? I can make quick money like this." Where does it start? My brother played in all the basketball them tournaments in Harlem and shit, them basketball tournaments and shit, played in all of them. Right, got screamed at, cussed at, all kind of things. Let a motherfucker scream at him and cuss at him in class. He gonna fuck him up. I know. The meme made sense to me, so I had to bring it to Coffee with Friends because when I see something that makes sense, right? I'm not gonna look at myself. I can't say I'm in my healing season and then look at myself and go, "Fuck it, that's me and that's me." I gotta be able to say, you know what? Yeah, that's me. It don't make no sense. Let me unpack this shit and figure out how I can fucking do better. Cause what message am I sending? I started to think about that shit. Who said protagonist, teach me how to multiply and divide. Why that sounds sexual to me for a minute? God, Friday, hurry up and get here. We got 2 more days. Well, mm. Teach me how to multiply and divide. All right. Protagonist saying anyone chasing generational wealth wants to be a billionaire owner, not a millionaire player. I mean, there's choices. There's choices. Everybody's not going to be the billionaire, right? But, I don't think we understand how much educational content helps us achieve any of these things that we're talking about, right? But for whatever reason, our educational system, our poor damn teachers and administration, they get the poor end of the stick. Brandilla said there are different levels and different types of extramarital affairs. Those who have been married for a long time may get it. I'm not saying it's right. Just understand why they happen sometimes. Okay. Okay. Got it. I would like to understand why they happen sometimes. Maybe you want to elaborate on that on Coffee with Friends After Dark on Friday at 8 p.m. Because that's interesting. That's a great point. Extramarital affairs with a married couple that have been married for years, they might get it. Why? Let's break that down on Friday. I love it. Interior room, right? It be like deja vu for y'all. Y'all always on the topics. I love it. Hey, Chef You. Hey, Veronica Madison. Good morning, Hearts of Fire. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Good morning, A Benjamin Photo. I am to say I just watched a video of Shaq saying the reason he got his master's was because he was in a There I am. Y'all see me? I know my computer lost power, but I'm back. So I just want to make sure you guys can see me. Um anyway, what was I saying? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought, y'all. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I know I said I do have a surge protector on my computer. I did get a surge. You did hear it, right? That was weird. Yep, my computer is plugged into the surge protector. Thank God. Oh Lord. All right, you can see and hear me. What was I saying? I was saying that you guys are always on the topic that I am on. Deja vu, yes. So anyway, y'all, listen, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about before that zits or whatever happened, but that was very, very freaky and very, very scary. All right. But all right, I will. I think it just did a software update, but I'll check after. All right, I'll check after. Thank you, my Apple technician. I love it. I love it. But anyway, y'all, you know me. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I was in a flow too. I really, really was. I was in a flow. But ultimately, we were talking about coaches and education, and we were talking about Shaq and how he got his master's degree and how he was in business. We have to think of the future, and sometimes we have to rethink the way we are reacting to things and what message we are sending to our younger generation, right? And so when I saw that meme, I just wanted to bring it here because as soon as I saw the meme, I started having a conversation just in general with my friends because I was like, that meme made me think. Right? It's not right how we teach our teacher administration and then we allow, sports teams and stuff to, aggressively handle our children. You know what I'm saying? And it's because some of us are thinking that our children can be successful and make millions, but why are we not thinking the same thing from an educational aspect? Right? Many of people out there with degrees and extended educations are making millions and billions, right? There's a lot of people that won't do business with you unless you have an MBA, right? And so we just have to think about the message that. Right. I was reading the comment from I am the center on Shaq. Thank you, Johnny Leon Hill. Um, we just have to be conscious of the message that we are sending. This is a part of us continuing to grow and continuing to heal. All right. We have in order for us to continue to grow, we have to do an assessment of ourselves. Take a checkpoint and be like, oh, maybe I need to change this. Maybe I need to do better. Maybe I need to. And that doesn't mean you're changing who you are authentically. You're just growing and you're doing better. Right? You're just doing better. So I love it. I appreciate y'all motherfuckers that hang on with Coffee with Friends, right? I appreciate it. I do. Y'all make the show. It's not just me. It isn't. Brandilla, the Fancy K said Brandilla, I understand as well. That's why we're going to talk about it because Fancy K and Ghost is jumping on the show on Friday. And that doesn't mean, y'all, that nobody else can jump on the show. I keep calling out Fancy K and Ghost because I'm manifesting that they both jump on the show. I know Ghost said he's definitely going to be on it, but I'm trying to get Fancy K, to commit to be there with him, right? In the same room. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But if they're in different rooms, I'm all right with that too. Right. But just if you see Fancy K and Ghost on the show on Friday, that does not mean that you can't join. You can also join. I can have multiple guests on at the same time and we can have a panel conversation. The only thing is I expect you to make sure that your Wi-Fi is good. The fuck? Because if it's not good, it's going to act up. Because streaming takes a lot of bandwidth. Okay. All right. But I hope to see you guys on Friday, 8 o'clock at night for Coffee with Friends After Dark. Now, I absolutely expect to see you at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. All right. I don't know what the topic is going to be yet, but it'll be something. It'll be something interesting. Don't worry about that. Now, keep in mind, y'all, if there's any topics, a lot of y'all fill up my inbox with topics, and I try to get to them as quickly as possible, but they are good. So keep them coming, right? Anybody that has topics that they want to recommend for the show, just DM me, right? Let me know that you want to talk about something. And if it's something personal, I won't even tell who contribute the topic. Y'all know that I won't tell who contributed the topic because I want to keep this as a safe space. Some people still want to be able to contribute topics without specifically saying it's my topic, right? Some people are truly looking for various perspectives, opinions from other people, right? This is how we help each other, right? If there's anything you need, the fuck? 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so wherever you live, make sure you know I'm coming on 8 p.m. Eastern time. Georgie said, keep this between us. Watch this yesterday on Hulu. Documentary about a teacher passed from school district to district, grooming and sleeping with people's daughters. Every parent should watch with their kids so they can stop blaming these kids for adults' choices. Also, for the children to identify that they are being targeted. Keep This Between Us is a documentary on Hulu that focuses on a teacher that hops from school to school grooming kids. Take a look at it, y'all. All right. Georgie is recommending that you watch this with your children. Okay. Georgie also said questions. Why do we think 16-year-old girls make conscious decisions to be with older men and not victims of these men being predators? Bam! That bring that back. Bring that back. We need to talk about that. Georgie, let me, do y'all see this? This question here. Why do we think 16-year-olds make conscious decisions to be with older men and not victims of these men being predators? Do we ever ask our kids when your child comes home and has a 40-year-old and they're 17 or 18? Do we ever ask them why? Do we ever think how? And it could be natural. But it could be authentic, but what if it isn't? What if throughout the years they have been victims of a predator? And so this became normal to them. Deep. We got to talk about that. That is definitely a topic, all right? Um Fancy K says 7 p.m. Central. Yes, Coffee with Friends after dark, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me write that down so I can remember to call that out. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Okay. Um, yes, that's Friday. Brandilla said, I have a girlfriend who has been married over 15 years. She says she would not be devastated if her husband was seeing another woman. She would just want him to be discreet and not take too much money. I know people that say that today. I know people that say, I know women that have lost their libido, that are in marriages for long periods of years. And they have said, if my husband was cheating, as long as he kept that shit low and nobody knew about it and he's doing what he needs to do, they were okay with it. Right. And so you're right, Brandilla. That is the discussion that we will expand on Friday. Okay. Oh, protagonist says 8 p.m. never works for him. Sorry, protagonist. Cheryl says that's one you need to give a whole topic to, Roy. Yes, that is one. That's not just a question. That's a whole topic day. I'm going to copy that over. I might bring that back tomorrow since it's so fresh. My niece is in second grade, said her teacher stepped out of class to smoke. The whole class went to the principal office and told her, wait, what? She said the teacher yelled and screamed at the class, so they ratted her out. She told the class she was going out to smoke. Now, see that? We just clapped for the teachers. Protagonist said, moving forward, when I get cheated on again, I'll never care again. Well, how do you prepare for that shit? Interior Root said, at Brandilla, see, your girlfriend is nice. My girlfriend said no money. Okay? All right? She said no money. Cause Brandilla's friend said not take too much money. Cause what the fuck? But you can't say no money, right? Because money is gas to go see them, date money to take them out on dates. Okay, come on, you know the motherfucker is feeding his side piece. That's money. That's money, y'all. Shirley said, Roy, yelling in the classroom is class management, and coaches yelling at kids is part of the game they are participating in. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we say. Right? She didn't tell the class, oh, the children just knew. But why is she stepping out to smoke in the middle of class anyway? You have to wait until you get a break. Now, come on, we got to do better. We got to do better. But anyway, y'all, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am Raw to the Bone, and it is Hump Day. Thank you for joining Question and Opinions Day, aka Assholes Day, right? Hashtag Fit Friends. Y'all already know we're working on the challenges. Hopefully, next week we'll be able to announce the challenges. Hashtag Reading with Friends. We're waiting for Angel to come back from New Orleans. She'll be back tomorrow so that we internally as a group can review the list of books and pick 3 books that we're going to bring to the table to choose from. Once we pick those books, we are going to put a start date on the reading of those books to give people time to order the books, however you want to order them. And then we'll pick an end date of the date that we're going to do a specific podcast just to discuss the book and the questions that we have and the observations that we found in the book, and if any of the things that we read does apply to our lives, right, or could apply, right. We'll come up with some cookie cutter questions to start the conversations, and so I'm hoping that during Reading with Friends people will jump on the camera to really express the thoughts of the book that we read, right? This platform is about growing together, learning, just doing better as a people, right? Pushing each other. Cause I'm gonna tell you no lie, guys. I would not be reading these books if it's not for reading with friends. I read excerpts and put them down because I read documents all day at work and then I just be tired. But the mere fact that we're doing this together, it pushes me, right, to boost my healing, to go even further, to read these self help books, to get into an additional knowledge base that's going to help me. Right. So I appreciate you guys for participating in this whole journey. I do. I do. And I hope that you're getting the same thing out of it that I'm getting. All right. And with that, y'all, you know me, I got to give y'all the vibes. Oh, I don't have no damn vibes because, oh, yes, I do. My vibes are still there. All right. My vibes are still there. My vibes are still there. I want to give y'all the vibes going out today because you know what I say, right? Hopefully, you guys will join me again tomorrow.
When you feel low, you can still go.
Hey.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hey, go, go, go. This is Raw to the Bone. Coffee with Friends. And I appreciate you motherfuckers. I do. Peace. I'm out. Gone for now, but never forever. See you tomorrow. Hey, get this message on the way out, y'all.
I don't wanna be a slave. I'm doing shit my way. With a highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy.
Hey,
even when you feel low,
you can still go.
even when you feel slow,
You can still go.
even when there's no hope,
You can still go. I never answer to no, man. I still go. Go. Peace, y'all. Hey.